Today we're going to do test 3 problem part. We'll start by going to our gradebook and clicking on the form. And we're going to do the example assignment rather than our real assignment so that you can follow along. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an SPSS file. And we've done this a number of times before. So we just copy what's on our screen, the data that's on our screen. And I already had an Excel file opened. I'll paste it into my Excel file and I will save this. We'll just go to our desktop and we'll call it temp. That will remind me to delete it. Save it as an Excel file, and we really don't need to see it anymore. Now we go to SPSS and we'll go to File, Open a data file. It's going to be an SPSS file, or excuse me, an Excel file. And we see our temp. Wait a second. Click OK. And we have our SPSS file and our output. We'll be needing that later. Okay, we're ready to begin. Going back to our form, looks like the first thing we're going to need to do is to do a couple contingency tables, gender by support and gender by rank. So we'll go to SPSS, Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Crosstabs, Gender, and we're going to do Rank and Support. We'll ask for Statistics, we'll ask for a chi-square. Okay, and here are our results. Our first one is gender by rank, and it's 2.492 with a significance level of 0.477. So it's not statistically significant if we choose 0.05 as our significance level. So that's rank, and that is, let me say that was 2.492. And it was not statistically significant. And then our second one was gender by support, 0.962 and 0.811. So it's not statistically significant either. That was a 1. Shouldn't make any difference. Now we want to do some correlations. Apprentice, ward, curriculum, faculty, and gender. Back here, analyze, correlate, bivariate, apprentice, ward, curriculum, faculty, and gender. We're going to need all these. We'll just use the defaults. And here they are. can answer a lot of questions with this one. So the first one is between apprentice and ward. Apprentice and ward minus 0.147. Should get that minus in there. And it is not statistically significant. Curriculum and faculty. Curriculum and faculty, 0.706, and it is statistically significant. Gender and apprentice, our last one. Gender and apprentice, right here, minus 0.184. And it is not statistically significant because, I'm back looking at it, gender and apprentice was, significance level was 0.329. Okay, that should do it for the correlations. Okay, if it's not significant at the 0.05 level, it's certainly not significant at the 0.01 level. Okay, here we're going to look at apprentice and gender and age and gender. We're going to do an ANOVA. Compare means. We'll use just the means command. The independent list will be gender, and we're doing what? Age and apprentice. We'll ask for ANOVA table and ADA. Okay. So looking at age and gender, it's not statistically significant, and neither is apprentice and gender. Both, the first one is 0.698 and the other is 0.329. So it's not statistically significant, not statistically significant, not statistically significant, not statistically significant. Again, if it's not significant at the 0.05 level, it's certainly not going to be significant at the 0.01 level. Okay, number 16. For alpha equals 0.05, if there were no real differences between the ages, because here we're looking at age, we retained the null, we didn't find any differences. So here we've made a correct decision. There weren't any differences and we didn't find any. For number 17, suppose there really were differences. And here there were differences and we didn't find any. So we retained the null. Null, in fact, was false. That would be a type 2 error. And again, we've made the same kind of error. In both cases, the 0.05 and the 0.01 level, we've retained the null. Null was false. Type error. For number 19, we're looking at alpha at 0.05, the nested t-test between gender and apprentice. We get the same answer that we got with the ANOVA, but we'll do it anyway. So we go to Analyze, Compare Means, Independent Samples. The test variable is going to be apprentice. The grouping variable is gender, and the groups, we labeled them as 1 and 2. And we'll just click OK. And we want to be sure we get the right significance level, that is quality of means 0.329, which is the same as we got with the ANOVA. Not a surprise there, so it's not statistically significant. Okay, we're doing a cross t-test with Ward and Apprentice. Again, we'll go to Analyze, Compare Means, Paired Samples, and Apprentice and Ward. Click OK. We get a significance level of 0.438. It's not statistically significant. And we're done. We'll submit it. And we get a score of 20.